Hey YouTube! I'm back today with a video on my top 10 inexpensive eyeshadow palettes. These palettes can be bought on any budget, and if you're a single mom like me, you want to look glam without breaking the bank. So we'll begin with BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. The colors in this eyeshadow palette are very vibrant, and they don't take a lot of layering to get your desired color. The eyeshadow look that I did today, I used this palette. I used this blue and this purple. As you can see, they are very vibrant. And I'll swatch these three for you. And you can see the pigment in this palette is amazing. If you're like me and you love color, grab this palette. The next palette that I'm going to show you is also from BH Cosmetics, and this is the BH Hollywood palette. The colors in this palette are also very vibrant, and it comes with blush, but I don't use the blush because it doesn't show on my skin tone. But I love this pink, and I love this blue. And you can see the pigment in this palette. Also, BH Cosmetics has great quality items, and they're very inexpensive. So if you're just starting out and you want a lot of eyeshadows and you don't want to spend a lot of money for each individual one, try BH Cosmetics. My next eyeshadow palette is by Wet n Wild. And this is the Drinking a Glass of Shine palette. My other one, I hit pan in most of all the colors, so I had to replace it. This color, blue, I love blue eyeshadow. This blue is beautiful. And this is a brown that I also use sometimes on my brows if I can't find my Vanity palette. This defining powder down here is very good, and it's very dark. You only need a little bit to define your crease or your outer V or wherever you want to put that. And these brow bone highlights are also very amazing. Again, that's Wet n Wild. This is the Color Icon palette. Another Wet n Wild palette is the Vanity palette. This palette has probably been all over YouTube because it is an amazing palette. This is also from the Color Icon. If you don't know how to apply eyeshadows, or you don't know where they go and you need a tutorial, then the Wet n Wild Color Icon palettes offer a brow bone, a crease, and an eyelid color, and they are also marked, so if you look on the back of the palette, it'll show you where to put each color. So it's another favorite of mine is this Naked 2 by Urban Decay. This one was pretty pricey, so you can find these colors in any other palette. Actually, another palette that I have here, but I jumped on the bandwagon a while ago and I bought this Naked 2 palette, and I love this palette. It's not something that I reach for all the time, but I really love the Half Baked and the Foxy, and I love Blackout. It's the perfect black eyeshadow. And I use this palette if I want to do a very neutral eye, which is hardly ever, but when I do want to do a neutral eye, I reach for this Naked 2 palette. Day and Night palette. It features 60 colors, so you cannot go wrong. And the price point was very amazing. This palette here can take a simple look with these light colors for the day and turn them into deep, dark, sensual eyes for the night. If you're like me, you wear color during the day and the night, so it really doesn't matter to me you know, when I wear the colors that I wear. But if you're a girl and you like to wear light colors during the day and dark colors during the night, this is a perfect palette because you can easily turn a day into a night. Another eyeshadow palette that I have is this 88 color neutral eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics. You can get this palette instead of the Naked 2, and you can create more looks with this palette. And it's also cheaper. This palette I go to most of the time if I'm running really late and I just need to throw on maybe 2 colors, I reach for this palette. Another one of my favorites that was featured in my first video is this 28 color smoky eye palette from BH Cosmetics. So this is the 28 color palette that I used. And as you can see, I really like this wine color here. I use this color a lot, and this purple down here, which has awesome, awesome pigment. I love this palette. Another palette that I really, really love is this 120 color eyeshadow palette. It's the first edition from BH Cosmetics. And I am a lover of purples and pinks and blues. So if I find an eyeshadow palette that has those colors and they're very vibrant, I am a lover of the palette. You can see this palette is just awesome. And it features 2 layers of eyeshadows, blues. I usually wear the blue eyeshadows every Friday to match my work shirt. So I rarely wear any other colors on a Friday. And this is my favorite part of that palette because it has my favorite pink. I love this pink. I'm going to have to replace the palette just for the pink. That pink, and I also love this pink that's here. You can see that pigment and the purples. This is a purple that I really, really reach for a lot. It's a dark, deep purple, and it matches Strong Woman, the lipstick that I'm wearing today. And last but not least, because I have so many palettes and it was so hard to pick only 10 that I really love, but this was the first palette that I bought when I transitioned from buying MAC eyeshadows to eyeshadow palettes. This is from e.l.f. and I believe this palette was only $10. This palette is my second palette because the first one I went crazy and hit pan in almost all of them. I was so excited to find an eyeshadow palette that I could do many, many looks with, and it only cost me $10, which was cheaper than one MAC eyeshadow. So ladies, we don't have to run to MAC for every little thing. You can find quality products in other companies that are just as good. This palette here, you do need a primer for it because the colors do not pay off as well as, say, a BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, but it's still worth it. For $10, and you get all of these colors. That's going to conclude my top 10 inexpensive eyeshadow palettes. If you're interested in any of them, you can check out BH Cosmetics website. I know e.l.f. has a website as well, and you can get that palette still. All of these palettes are still available, except for this Wet n Wild Drinking a Glass of Shine. You might have to search for this because this was one of the limited edition palettes that they released. And that's it, guys. So if you want to see more, thumbs up this video. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting another video soon. Thanks, guys.